So I am Nicole White. I am the VP of IT at ChassisLink. DCLI is the largest provider of marine and domestic container chassis and a leading provider of asset management services to the U.S. intermodal industry.
Hi, my name is Dilip Patnaik. I lead the AI and automation practice at Infosys. What we're going to talk about today is a very, very specific problem. How do you do a successful pilot or a POC? So we will talk about the 5 dimensions, and what we're going to do that is with an example. Nicole is going to explain how we executed the pilot at DCLI, what are the best practices we brought to fore, and we will sum it up at the end by looking at those outcomes and how you can leverage some of those in your pilots or POCs coming forth.
So we're going to go through the 5 dimensions of successful RPA. And the first dimension is identifying that you have a problem and that your strategy is to use technology to solve it for you. So as a leadership team, we decided to use RPA to come in to help us automate some of these manual, time-intensive processes.
So essentially, basically to add to what Nicole said, identify a problem which can easily be measured from an outcome standpoint, not just from an ease of automation standpoint, but also from a saving standpoint.
So the second dimension is business and IT alignment. It is critical to ensure that the business and the IT departments are aligned on the goals that you want to achieve with using this new technology. So we had meetings with the different leaders, and we wanted to set clear expectations and get buy-in on the following aspects: how we were going to do the process prioritization, how we were going to govern the processes, the resources and the time commitments that we're going to need on both sides, how we were going to test this new capability that we were getting. And I think you're going to go over a little bit later about some good testing options that you can have to help you work through this quicker, how we're going to deploy the new solution, and the biggest item, which is one that I didn't put as much importance on that I should have going through this process, was messaging. People are unclear about what the goal is with the bots. And from my perspective, being in IT, I'm like, who doesn't want a bot to come help them and eliminate their manual processes? Well, sometimes the people that are doing those manual processes are nervous about the bots coming in, and they don't know what to expect. So we need to make sure that we came back around and had the proper messaging to have those team members start to get excited about having the bots come help them and turn the nervousness into more of an innovation bug, or I want to bottle that virus we were talking about earlier, be able to go out. But once we started getting the messaging proper, you started to see just the buzz, and everyone's starting to get really excited about being able to have the bots come in and help. The third dimension is process prioritization. So now you've gone out and you've gotten everybody extremely excited about the bots, and everybody wants a bot. So you're going to get a whole inbox requests of having the bots come work on different processes. So we're using the following items to help us with our prioritization. And that is alignment with company strategy. How much manual effort currently does it take to perform the process? How often is the process running? How standardized has the process already been made? And how stable is the process? So you can start to understand if automating that process is a good option for the company. We were able to deploy the pilot in 8 weeks with the help of our Infosys team, and we started seeing the results immediately. And as we move forward, we're going to continue to review additional improvements to enhance the bot's effectiveness. So one of the items that we saw as we went through this is people really didn't understand the capabilities of the bot. So the tasks that they were giving to the bot to perform were easy tasks, like layups. And once they started seeing what the bot could do, they decided they could start giving the much more challenging processes to the bot. And the bot was being successful with those as well. So that ultimately is going to make us, or help us get to the point of being able to automate more of our processes. The fourth dimension is picking the right RPA tool. So we went through an evaluation process, and we used the following criteria to help us select our tool. Is the technology that was used, the implementation and the ongoing cost, how readily available was training, how scalable is the solution, and how easy would it be for our team to be able to pick it up and use it. And with the help with the Infosys team, we down-selected the tools, and we ultimately selected UiPath as our software. And an item to note is you need to make sure as you're going through this process that you've picked the right partner to help you go through it. We didn't have any experience in this area to start, and Infosys was able to help us understand how to architect the solution to be where it can scale with us as we add more processes in, and they helped us understand how to take full advantage of the capabilities of the software that we had purchased.
So with that, what I'll quickly talk about, the fifth dimension, is best practices. Make sure you're looking at your best practices through the pilot as well. Some of the lessons learned specifically for this use case are, make sure you're designing it for scalability. Bots to create work and bots to complete the work. The second word, superbots, a lot of us know what it means. Make sure you have actually a super bot which can manage a multiplicity of your bots. So a bot which can manage your bots as well. I'm not talking about the orchestrator here. I'm talking about a bot which can actually combine all of these bots together and create a function which is actually going to be able to manage the bot well. Third, look at an automated test bot. In this case as well, we've been able to do that because even through a pilot, you will actually see the automation, or the automation process being changed multiple times. So you make sure that you're able to create an automated test bot. And finally, dashboards. It is very easy to think that, okay, it's a pilot. Why do I need to create a dashboard for success? Make sure you have all of those things in place before you move forward. You quantify the benefits. Make sure that the quantification of the benefits is actually made visible to the entire management. And finally, as Nicole said earlier, the messaging. The messaging is an extremely critical element. Create a video of the bot. Use that as the multiplying factor within the from a change management standpoint. Use that messaging to actually get feedback from your business users and saying that, okay, it doesn't look like this bot is doing the right thing. Let me make a few changes, and then you can make the changes back into the automation.